Okay, I jumped out the car. So what I'm looking at is this potential water leak that I've got. So fans coming on and off, so the fan controller's working. There's a little bit of evidence of some water splash there, so it probably has overheated at some point. I know there's plenty of fluid in there at the moment. Nothing on the bell housing, so nothing looks like it's coming from the thermostat. The hoses look good. The connection into the radiators look good as well. I don't know if you can see that. And nothing's jumping out at me here at the moment. When I did look at it last time, there seems to be a little bit of water down there by that bottom hose, but I can't see anything at the moment. And we know that the car is up to temperature, nearly 100 degrees, and the fan's coming on and off. There doesn't seem to be any water dripping down underneath the car anywhere. He's getting bad. So the water pump's down there. I can't really see anything, any issues with the water pump. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking head gasket actually. So I'll go and get my testing kit for the head gasket and see what we've got, and show you that test, see if the head gasket's gone. Right, so there is some steam coming out of the exhaust as well, and the car's been running for about half an hour, so it's well up to temperature. Are we looking at a head gasket here? Let's go and find out. Right, this is my head gasket fluid check. See if I can do this one-handed. I have checked it before as soon as I bought the car, and it was okay. So basically I fill this up to that level with this fluid, pop that end here into the outlet of the or the fill port on the expansion tank, pop this onto there, pump it, and it draws water through it, or sorry, air through it from the expansion tank, and this fluid will change from blue to yellowy green if there's a leak. So I'm just going to go and fill this up now, because I can't hold the camera and fill it up at the same time, and then we'll see if we've got a leak. Okay, I'll get back to you. Okay, so I filled both chambers up, and if you have a look at when I squeeze the ball and let the bulb go, it draws air through the bottom there and tests it. So let's see how we're getting on. Problem is here though, I've got to take this off when it's hot, so it might be, recommends not to do this, guys, so don't do what I'm doing. There was pressure there, which is good news. It's steaming, so we can do the test. So you put that on there like that, and you start pumping. no change. I don't think it's a head gasket. Right, so I'll just put that there, take that back and pour that back into the bottle because it's not been contaminated. I'm going to now shut the engine down and see if I can hear any hissing apart from the auxiliary water pump. So nothing at all quiet, no hissing, no evidence of any water leaks anywhere. I don't want to start getting the parts cannon out and just throwing parts at it to see what fixes it. Right, so if I was to change anything first, it would be the expansion tank. I don't know whether the seam's going because there seems to be a little bit of evidence of water leakage there. You can see that could be from the cap or it could be from the seam. The seams do go. Right, that's me for today then. I'll get my testing fluid. That's me for today. I'm going to sign off. So today I've done a very short video about spark plug changes. I've had a look at the code scanner for the oxygen sensor, the P2626 code. Found nothing really out of the ordinary for the pending trouble code, and the last thing I did was have a look for that water leak that doesn't exist now. Did see quite a bit of stuff coming out of the exhaust, as you can see where I've been revving it there, and some steam, which then prompted me to go and get my testing fluid out to test for a cylinder gasket problem, but nothing. Zilch. Nada. Okay, so continue to drive around with a bit of fluid in me boot. Okay, so I think tomorrow then, if the weather's good, no rain, test drive, take it for a spin around, get the revs up, get it really warm, and see what I can find after that, after I've had it out for an hour. Maybe do another 30 or 40 miles. It could be that I left the cap loose, I don't know. Anyway, that's me. Don't know what it is yet. We'll have a look a bit tomorrow, see what we can find tomorrow. Alright guys, see you later, bye. Alright, just going out for a run. That's the fluid level before I go. So let's see how we get after we get about 20-30 miles on it. Well, that's made the leak come out. So I think I have a problem in the radiator. I don't know whether you can see that. That's where it's coming from. Okay, so as you saw in the last video, found the water leak. It's the radiator. While I'm in there as well, I'm going to do the condenser, and I'm going to do the O2 sensor as well. So I've got that P2626 code. The first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to take the wheel off and get that down to JDM wheels. Guys are here. Ooh, I don't know if you can see that. Yep, JDM wheels. So hook John up if you've got a curb rash like me, or you just want your wheels done. Very reasonable cost for that. I've had some quotes, a bit eye-watering, but sub 50 quid for that, and I'm quite happy with it, because it's going to be a repair, because as you can see it is quite curb rashed. That was when I first had the car. What happened was I stuck my boot down, it was nice and dry, going up a hill just up outside the estate where I live, and torque steer. I knew about it, but I didn't realise it was so violent, and took me straight into the curb. So lesson learned with that. We'll fix that long term when the engine comes out, because we'll have a limited slip diff in the gearbox. But right, so let's get started. Wheel off, and I'll get that down to JDM, and we'll get then taking the front end off again. Alright guys, okay, wheels off, disc and brake caliper bagged up. Let's shut the bonnet and let's go and drop this wheel off. Okay, so wheels off, it's gone. I've had a rummage through my toolbox and I've got the stuff I think I need. Plan of attack: the wheel arch liners have got to peel back, grill's got to come out, front bumper's got to come off, the expansion tank's got to come out, drain the radiator. I've got to find the air conditioning points, because I've got to let the gas out. Shh, don't tell anybody. No, I'm not supposed to do it, but I'm paying for somebody to do that on my car. Oh dear, I just noticed cheap Chinesium bloody fog lights leaking already. Oh, what's the other one like? That one's not too bad. Yeah, so unhook the front bumper, pull it forward under the electrics, take the condenser unit out, take the radiator out, refit them, put it all back together, put some fluid in, bleed it, and then we're done. That's what I'm going to do. Right, I'm not going to show you every step of the way, but I'll show you some bits and pieces. Alright guys, bye. So these fixings here, which have got to come off to pop the bumper off. Okay, so it looks like I have a panel popper there, I have a little nut and bolt there, and I have looks like a little bolt that goes through there. It's a bit different to what normal minis are, because this has got the wide arch kit, so slightly different, but still got the fixings in the same place. Okay, so I'll just get these out, and then I'm going to undo the cabling off the lights, and that should be okay. Then I can pull this side of the bumper off. Well, it'll be free for me to pull off. Okay, see you later. Okay, so they come undone quite easy, so repeat the other side now. Okay, so we come to that point now where I want to drain the radiator. So there's no pepcock on this car, so what you have to do is you have to split it here. So I should probably take this Jubilee clip off, break the seal on the hose, and let it go into my drain pan. Hopefully, touch wood. Not going to video it, but so I'm getting pissed off with moving the tripod round. So yep, I'll just get that done. So I'm going to take this Jubilee clip loose, push it back a bit, split it so it drains into here. Okay, really simple. Okay, so that's done. You can see it's draining quite nicely. It did have a bit of a spill, probably did get a bit wet, but that's done. So we'll leave that to drain. I've took the radiator, the expansion tank cap off. So well, I've noticed that is starting to get worse and starting to worry me is the sorry if I move the lights, is the flexible joint on the exhaust. You can see that is catching something. I think it's speed bumps, and that's awfully close to the sump as well. So that is getting sacrificial, so I don't like that, because it's permanently fixed to the exhaust. So if that goes and the exhaust starts blowing, then I've got to take the exhaust off and get this replaced. So I think it's time to adjust the front suspension up a bit, give it another ½ inch, then hopefully that won't get any worse. Not good. Okay, while I'm under here, the next fixings I'm going to get are, I don't know if you can see them, but there's little poppers in these holes here. So I'm going to get those out now. They're a bit of a bugger to get out because obviously you haven't got a lot of room to work, but we'll get them. Okay. Right. That is the first one of those poppers out. A bit fiddly. All I do is just get this panel popper in there, get it behind it, work it behind it, and then pop it. You can see the panel popper's got a bit of an angle on it, and that makes it better for getting these. Okay, so I'm going to carry on doing these then, guys. Okay, so all of these little panel poppers are out. Now I'm going to turn my attention to this, and getting the grill off, so we can then start withdrawing the bumper. Okay. Okay, so it's quite easy. All you do, get your panel popper behind these, withdraw them out, like so. Going behind, you should be able to pull them out then, pick them up. Put them in the parts tray. And then under the retaining clips that are here. You should do one, should go a bit your arm down, do the rest of them. So looks like I'm in for a new grill. All they are is little clips that you just squeeze, locate into here. But as you can see, I've got one of my retaining clips broken now, so that might be a new grill. Right, next two fixings are here. One there and one there. Torque 30. Pop those out. Parts tray. And then we should be ready to dislodge the front bumper. This. Hopefully. Make sure we have no more fixings in there at the bottom. Right, I've just got one electrical connection here to do on the fog lights. I couldn't get it. Oh, I didn't want that to happen, but never mind. I couldn't get that electrical connection because of the windscreen washer. So instead of it going on hooked, it's actually took the lamp out. So I'll just get that taken out and get a pair of gloves on it. So, and then we'll come back to the next steps. Okay, so with the bumper removed, next bit to come off
is the bumper beam, and it's held on by, I'll show you this side, it's held on by 13 there, two 13s there, a 13 there and a 13 there. One of those might be a hex behind here if I remember right. And then this whole structure, when you take that out as well, should come off. But I've got a bit of a problem with this one, because when I was doing my front end, this, which fixing was it? Was this one, this fixing there, which is, I don't know whether you can see it, I'll just do it at the back, has rounded, and I can't even get the Torx in there. So I've got to come up with a way of getting that out. So this is going to take me a little bit of time, because it was a problem when I did the front end off last time. And then condenser comes off. When undoing these, we undo the condenser connections down the bottom here. We've got a new condenser for it. And then I don't know yet whether I have to take my front mounted intercooler out, or whether I can just tilt the radiator out and up. But I've got a top hose here. I've got this hose and my bottom hose down there to come off. So yeah, this is probably going to take me some time, so I just don't know how I'm going to get that out yet. Okay, so I'll come back when it's done. Might be tomorrow, because it's getting a bit dark now. Okay guys, see you later. And it bent to my will. Nothing a big chisel and a big hammer can solve, and plenty of PV blaster to soak it up. Right, I can get on with the rest of it now. Okay, so T20, these need to come out because we're removing the bumper beam, and they're holding the bumper beam on. You're coming with me. There we go. And also that one. Let's just see if it's on reverse. Yep. Reverse click. There we go. One underneath. There we go. See, I don't like video like this, guys. And there's another one all the way underneath there. Right, there's these two, but I've got to get them from the inside, so I want to go over to this side first. You see, it's not rolling. Right, same again. Right, that's about how I'm doing my working. I'm going to go and do these two down there by the bottle from the inside, so give me a couple of minutes, I'll get them out and then we'll carry on. So I have missed a couple of fixings, lads and lassies, so it's, I can't point, I'm holding, oh no, it's this one. There's one there, and there's one where I was just trying to unload it. That's actually attached to this bottom piece, which is the plastic piece that goes behind the bumper beam. And also as well, what I didn't show you is I've actually undone this windscreen washer tube that goes across the front of the car. I could pop it out of the I could pop it out of there, but I just can't be bothered, so I'm just going to try and get it out without. Okay. Right, so I'll get those two out, and then we should see the bumper off then, the bumper crash tube. Okay. Marvellous. Fixing broke off in the hole. I can feel my drill coming out and drilling that plastic out and just making it a bigger fixing. I'll have a look at that later. Well, I put a lot of PB blaster on it, but it's still snapped. Okay, see if we get this front off now. And she's free. So now I'm going to turn my attention to the condenser. And I believe there are some fixings behind here I need to do, so I'll have a look at them in a minute once I've got this out the way, and then I know what I've got to do. Okay, see you later. Okay, I think I can take the condenser and the radiator out without removing my intercooler, which is good news. So next bits is behind here. There's that connector block. There is at the top. There is a 10mm bolt securing it to the frame, and then there's two 5mm Allen keys. Now, the 5mm Allen keys here is not something that you would normally do when you are taking just the radiator out. You'd move the condenser out the way, keep the condenser charged, but because I am changing my condenser, because there's a hole in it, I'll show you it later. And I've dropped all of my gas out of it now. I have got to take that connector block to bits. Okay, so I will get that done and I'll get back to you in a minute. Right, another little problem. This one came out okay, but the one at the back there, you can't see it, but there's another one at the back there that seems to be stuck, seized in. So I'm going to pop these out now, lift the condenser out, and see if I can get somebody out of the house to come and help me while I get a bit of extra purchase on that. And I'm going to stick a bit of PB blaster on that. I think it just might be a bit of galvanic corrosion. So yep, I'll get back to you when this is out. Okay, so the condenser's out. There's the fittings. I've got some new O-rings for them somewhere. I've got some AC O-rings, and it looks like I can get the that out without having to remove my intercooler, which is good news. So what's up with the condenser? That on the end of there should be a nut, and you can see where it's been leaking. So I've been losing the oil, Freon I think they call it, and I've been losing some gas. But what did surprise me is when I popped this end off, there was, even though I'd bled the system, there was still quite a bit of pressure in there, which actually did surprise me. I thought I'd got it all out, but never mind. I think all I'm going to do now is put this to one side. I'm going to take off the expansion bottle now, just to check what the access is like to get to these top holes, whether I just try and pull it through a little bit or whether I get in from the top, because I remember when I put them on, the slam panel was on. So this, you're going in the scrap pile. And yeah, right, so I'm just going to take this off, and then I'm probably going to call it a night, because it's starting to get a little bit dark and I need to charge all my batteries up on my lights. Okay, so this is quite easy to take out. It's just an 8mm bolt there, and I don't know whether I'm going to take that off and pull it out, or whether I'm going to take it off on the other end. But let's have a look at that, see what the access is like, and then I'm done for the day. I'll start again tomorrow. Okay, see you later. Okay, I've managed to get the bottom hose off the radiator. I went down, had a look, and the Jubilee clip, I remember putting it into the right place, so it was nice and easy to get it off. And these, so I think I'm going to remove that small hose first, and then the Jubilee clip's accessible from where that small hole is. So I can remember thinking about how I would get these off if I had to in the future. Okay, so I might as well keep going and get this done. I was going to stop, but I think I'll keep going and get this done now. See what it's like in a minute. And that's it. Radiator's out. Intercooler's still in. I can see the fan. So that's me done for today. I'm going to have a tidy up, sort my tools out. There has been a tool casualty. I can't find my quarter drive ratchet out of my favourite set. I'm gutted. Hopefully it'll turn up tomorrow. Right, so I'm knocking on the edge. So I've been on this, what, 3 hours now? Stopping and starting the video, and it's just it just takes so long. Right, so that's me for today, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow when I start again. All right, see you later. Okay, next day. Weather's not too bad. I started loading the radiator and then realised I wasn't filming anything, so I just thought I'd better stop and tell you where I've got to. So underneath, the hose is on, but the clip's not done up. I did the worst one first, which I think is the bottom radiator hose, and what I did with that is I pulled the hose and clip through that hole, loaded it onto the radiator, did it up, and then pushed it back. I did have to push the clip because it's not a standard spring clip, it's a worm drive clip. I did have to push it past this piece of plastic, but it went in okay. It's located at the bottom. Okay. I am now going to hook up the top hose and the breather hose, and then we'll carry on and get all this done. Okay, I'll show it you when it's all buttoned up hose wise. Okay, so it's all buttoned up. If I wanted to, I could put water in the system, but not just yet. So I am now just going to reseal and replace. Kept turning the camera off. I was going to reseal and replace these O-rings here for when I pop the condenser in, which I'm waiting for, because when I opened the box it was the wrong type, but never mind, I'll have one today. Been and seen Daz and he's getting me one sorted. Okay, so see you later guys. So out of all of these, I haven't got the ones for them. Can you believe it? Couldn't even make one fit, so I'm gonna have to have a think about that. I'll probably just put it back together with a bit of lube on and leave it as is, and see if I get a leak on my aircon system, then I know what I've got to do. Alright guys, okay, see you later. Okay, so started her up, filled the coolant up. I have opened that bleed screw. I don't know whether you can see it, let's have a look. Down there, see that cross head screw there, that's on top of the thermostat housing. I've released that, got the air out until I've got a free flowing water, so it's going to wait now for it to warm up. So I'm going to burp some hoses. What I mean by burping hoses is I should just get my hand down the back here and give these hoses a squeeze down here, just to make sure there's nothing awry. No air in the system. I'll watch the temperature gauge, get up to about 90 degrees. What are we at the moment? 15. That's quite cool at the moment. So it's only at 15 degrees at the moment. Put the heaters on hot and low, and let's see how we get on with bleeding this bitch. So 56, it's coming up slowly. As I say, heaters on low fan but high,
I can feel some heat coming out of the radiators at the heater vents. So just trying to warm her up now. .5 degrees outside, so it should be warming up now. I love that sound. Right, let's go check fluid level. Oh, it's not that hot at the moment. There should be a little bit of pressure in there, not a lot. There we go. Yeah, thermostat hasn't opened yet. Seeing a little bit of steam coming up there. Oh, is that smoke? Ah! Hey, it's getting warm. It's coming off the manifold. I have got to change this. It's on my things to do list. First time I've noticed that now. Weird smell. Might be causing that. No oil leaks. The housing looks dry. No contamination I can see on the exhaust. So it must be something going wrong with that O2 sensor. They might change it today, so we'll have a look at that later. Okay, so a bit late. Had to go and do something, and the condenser came while I was out, so I went to pick that up from Midland Minis. So condenser's fitted now. Two top brackets are in. Sits in the channel down there, and pull this apart. You can see it's all hooked up now and ready to be charged. So when this is done, I should be popping off there to quick fit to get a charge. So tomorrow, Friday, it's just front end back on. So that's lower bumper, the crash bar bumper, which all of us hanging around for the part. It was quite rusty. Alexa, stop. It was quite rusty around the around here and around there and around the toe eye. So I've just given it a bit of rust kill and cleaned it up so that can go on back on tomorrow, and that'll be done. So then next big job is the back end. I have seen an LED upgrade for the inside of Minis, and I'm quite looking forward to doing that. I'm going to do it. It's blue LEDs on the floor, LEDs in the dome light, LED in the glove box LED on the visors as well, so that'll be a nice upgrade if I can get the lighting issue coded out as well. So Thursday, that's me now. I'm going to go and get washed and showered and have some lunch, and I'll get back on it tomorrow and hopefully finish. Okay, see you later. Okay, so continue the assembly today. I've just loose loaded the front bumper, crash bumper. After I gave it a lick of paint and rust killed everything that was a bit dodgy. So this is going on next. Just a series of bolts and screws, and we'll just pop it back on. And anything that has been a bit dodgy, like this one down here, then I will just put a bolt in. Okay. See when that's done. Okay, so I've loaded the bumper bar on, and I've loose loaded the bumper and connected up the electrics, and before final connection at these ends, at the ears and underneath, just to make sure that everything's working electrically wise before I strip it off. I will be stripping this off again because I want to change the this side fog light. I might change both fog lights because they're obviously cheap Chinese shit off eBay special, so I should look for some better ones. But for the moment, that'll do me. Let's get it all finished and buttoned up and get it back on the floor. Well, that's all back together now. Finished a bit late, so I had to stop and have a dinner. Yep, so hopefully water leak's done. What I haven't done is the O2 sensor, so that'll be a job for tomorrow. Okay, so all I've got to do is put the wheels back on, the blanks in on the wheel arch, and we are done. So let's see how this gets on. So I'm probably going to end this here now. I don't think I'm going to be doing the O2 sensor as a standalone video. I think I will be doing it as a standalone video because I think it's going to be a bit long. Alright then, so if you like what I do and like what I put on, like and subscribe. So that helps my channel get out there, and any feedback is muchly appreciated, so hit the comments up if you want to tell me something or not. Okay, so I'll see you later. Ta-ra.